Hello viewers, this is Health Now Show, your show that looks into all matters your health. And we're here because of you, because we care for you. We are concerned about your health status, both mentally and also physically. This month of June, we're going to look at a group of individuals that is sometimes not understood. This group of individuals are in our families, are in the communities, and these are the people that we want to look into, bearing in mind that we are having, we are marking the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day on the 15th of this month. And going in line with that, we would like to focus in this show and the other episodes that are going to come up concerning the health and concerning the issues surrounding the elderly. My viewer, as you look at me, as you watch me from our different areas that our signals are, from Kisumu, Central, we are in Meru, we are in Nairobi and its surrounding areas, from where you are watching us from. I am also aware that we are having some of these elderly people. And when we talk about the elderly people, we are talking about 60 years, 65 years and above. And these are the people that we want to focus on. We respect them. We want to appreciate them. We want to support them. And there are some of the areas that we would need to discuss in this show so that we can be more aware, and especially when we are marking this World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, so that we are well equipped even to support them in our communities. Having said that, we start life by being born, growing up, and taking different roles in our lives. And as we go along, there is a social psychologist called Erik Erikson who said that we interact with the society, we interact with the environment, and some of the things that we interact with, they socialize to behave in a particular way. These environments are in our houses, these environments are in our communities, they are in our churches, they are in any other social setting, and they affect the way the elderly live. And when he was growing old, this Erik Erikson, the wife came in and brought another stage, because for Erikson, he had 8 stages. The wife, Joanne, came up with another stage called, the last stage called the 9th stage of development. And that is where most of our elderly people are. You and I, we are growing and we are getting there to the 60 and above. And it is a blessing. But there are many other challenges that face this group of people. And that is what we want to concentrate on. And to take us through this very important aspect of our parents is Jeniffer Wangari. And she's going to look at what we are calling parenting our elderly parents. And that is the topic for the day. Parenting our elderly parents. And Madam Jeniffer is going to take us through. I'll allow her to introduce herself, and then we will move from there. Karibu, Jeniffer. Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Jen. I'm Jeniffer Wangari. I'm a counseling psychologist. I am a mother, I'm a wife, and I'm a teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an experience of about 17 years. And thanks to you, because you have been part of it, quite a big one. Because as I started the counseling journey, you are the first person that I met who made me know that it is okay and it is easy to be that journey.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Jeniffer, you are a counseling psychologist, you are a teacher, you are a wife, you are a mother, you are living in a community where these elderly people are. We are talking about parenting our elderly parents. probably looking at my age in my 50s, how do I parent my elderly mom? How do I parent my elderly dad or my father? So let's start there. What are some of these things that we would need to see or to do or that are happening with the elderly people?
Thank you very much, Jen. You know, when you talk about that we have parenting our own parents,
yes.
you know, that brings and it motivates me to think about I am already a parent
yeah.
to my own children.
Yes.
And again, now I have another task. And looking at where I am in terms of age, I'm already in the middle age.
Yes.
And it's not easy being a parent to my own children. Now another task has come in. I'm wondering, how do I parent them? And they parented me. What is expected of me as their child? And now I am mature. They don't look at me like that girl that they brought up at that very young age. But they are conflicted. At times I hear them mention and they say, you're still the young girl. What is this that you're telling me?
The Wangari?
Yes, the little girl. And then they start bringing out the small deeds that I did, the misbehaviors. And then they bring, and then I'm left wondering, am I the right person to parent them? But again, I am like, being a parent, I need to meet their basics. I need to meet their medical bills and buy for them drugs. I need to make sure that they have security. Because at this time, when they are in their 60s and above, they might not be able to do much for themselves. They need someone to do it. Now, I need to be in control. But then again, a conflict comes in. Look at them and looking at me with that other picture of the little girl. So anything that I bring forth, it becomes a challenge. Because they will start telling me, you cannot tell me that because I knew it before you. I was there before you. I experienced it. So how do you? And then they go back to teenage and then they bring out the teenage me. So it makes me feel like I have no energy. So this is a time that as a middle-aged person, we need to gather the courage, face the reality of life, and remember that it is not about them having a privilege that I'm taking care of them. They have a right. They did it for me. So the least that I can do is just take care of them, provide for them, make sure that they are living a comfortable life, because that's a duty for me as a middle-aged person.
True.
But I'm looking back and seeing, am I able to balance? What is this that I can do as a parent who is parenting? You know, in our middle age, we are parenting those who are young adults, and you're also parenting the teenagers. It's tough. And again, now I'm looking at the old, and balancing the three, it is not easy. So I first need to acknowledge that at my middle age, I need to parent my parents, I need to parent my young adults and my teenagers. And I also need to parent myself. I need to have self-care, because I don't want to get lost in the middle of it. Because sometimes you find that we take care of the other people. I saw it with a client who came to my office yesterday, and she had some dizziness. You know, she was like nothing is forthcoming when I go to the hospitals. Yeah. But I think I'm sick. Yes, and I told her, can we talk about it? So when she talked about her journey, she has worked from October last year to where she is. I told her, you have burnout. That is where you're finding yourself there. So away from just parenting the other people, you also need to parent yourself. So it is not easy, Jane, but at least you need to acknowledge that this is where I am. Then from there, make a plan. Because you cannot just, for you to balance, you need to make a plan. Plan it very well, that this is what I do for my parents, this is what I do for my children, and this is what I do for myself, to have the energy to take care of the others.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. What are some of the challenges that these elderly people encounter or face in their life, in their day-to-day lives, like they're in our houses, as I said earlier on? And what are some of these challenges that they experience? Yes.
You find that most of them, they have no jobs, they have retired. And the little pension that they are getting is not enough to keep up with the pace of the lifestyle that they lived there before. So you find them talk about, I don't have enough money to take care of my basics.
Yes.
That is one of them. The other thing, they are like, I have no energy. I can't work the way I worked. I could be telling myself that when I left job, I thought I would come and start a business. Now I cannot do it. I think I have no energy. So in fact, even the physical energy to do tasks, they don't have. Some of them are going, remember, process of growing old, and our bodies are becoming weak. So we attract diseases. Some of them are chronic, some of them are terminal, and now they are sick. So they cannot even work. So that's another challenge, and it's I think it is one of the biggest, because if they are just aging normally, they are able to take care of their small tasks like the basic cooking, cleaning for them. But you see, when they get sick, it becomes a bit hard. They are also empty nesters. There's no one in that house, Jane.
And
we
I'm
have all
starting
left.
To be the empty nest, even now at my age.
At your age, don't worry. You need to prepare for that. Yes, you know, an empty nesting where they find that the big house they had built at a time, now when doors are banged, there are echoes. You know, you hear them talk about, I think, I thought this big house was a house that we needed to enjoy as a family. But the truth is, I am left all alone. And they start having regret. Why did I invest in this big investment for the family, and now they are gone?
And that time there were kids who were getting into those bedrooms, for example.
Yes. Now they are empty. So that empty nest make them a bit, they even get depressive. They're very lonely because of the empty nest. There's something else they also find that they have a big challenge is about. I think now when I look at myself, the younger me and the older me, I see wrinkles on my face. I have silver threads on my hair. And they are like, I never thought that I was getting to this. The shape of the body has changed. The skirt that I wore, and I had hips that were holding it very nicely, I can no longer wear it. The zip gets to the side. Na imejipeleka tu. So, you know, they also, and the men are like, I wore these safari boots. And now they're too heavy for me at my age. I can't wear them anymore. So that part of the reality of I'm growing older, and I am no longer the same person, and it's not easy for them. Again, you find that now that the empty nest brings forth the people not being there constantly in life. So you can imagine at the beginning when they were bringing up their children, the children were there throughout. Now it is they can only come over Christmas. Life has changed. A whole year. And Jane, life has changed. They don't even come. In fact, I've seen this happen in the last 2 years, that people are going for holidays as a small unit of a family. They have neglected the old in the village. So those are some of the challenges that they are going through. Remember, even when it comes to the people around them, they know if there are bad people around them, and they know now that these people are not physically and energetic, they can take advantage of them, they can abuse them, you know. So there are quite many challenges depending on the environment and where they are living. Yes.
You mentioned about their security, and now you're talking about they're living alone, and probably there is sexual violence because they cannot really fight back on their own. And many other things, like some of them are killed, they are suspected of having done things and all that. So where does all this leave this elderly person, and they are alone? It's an empty nest. Where are they now?
You know, some of them start looking back and reflecting on the other stages in life. You have talked of Erik Erikson as a psychotherapist. And you know, he talked about the stages in life. And when you are at the last stage, you find that you start reflecting on the achievements that you have had in life. So that is the time they sit and they are like, did I achieve anything according to the society? Because we tag our everything to the society. Before you tag it to yourself, it is about the society. So they find themselves asking, did I? Because for me, I thought our society defines achievement as a big, maybe flat. I have rentals. I have so many pieces of land. But for me, I did not do that. What I did, I invested in my children. So they start looking at, like, I did not have any investment. I have not achieved in any way. So they start having the helplessness.
Yes.
And they become hopeless. They become lonely.
Yes.
They are very sad.
Yes.
They are scared.
Yes.
And they are looking at, I think these people don't love me. How can they just all walk out of this compound and none comes? Unless maybe I call them, or maybe there is something that there is a need or there is an occasion. That is when I see them. Forgetting that we are also going on with our lives. We are struggling in middle age.
Yes.
So these people, they find that most of the times they will sit and suck in the negatives. And it becomes very hard for them. So some of them find themselves with the mental illnesses and mostly depression.
Yes.
Because you see, when I talk about a past that I cannot touch the achievement, it brings me down. Other times you find that because they are looking at, I am alone and I need to take care of my drugs because I could be having another illness, and they bring out anger. Why me? Yeah. Yes. Why didn't someone else get sick? Yeah. And why did I get sick? Is it that in my younger age I did not take care of myself? Yeah. Or is it about where is God in all this? Why is he watching me go all through all this? So they bring out a lot of anger. Yeah. And you see, anytime you people visit, they don't bring out positive statements. Mmekuja, mlikuwa mnafikiria mtanipata nimekufa.
Mmekuwa wapi?
Where have you been all this time? But it's about the mind processes and what they have been processing when they are alone. Sometimes you find that they are not even able to meet their own basics. They have no energy to even the drive to go and clean. Yes. They cannot even they wash even their body. Yeah. And then you get home and you are like, I think when I get there, I have to go with the scrubs. Yeah. I have to go with everything and make sure when I visit my mother's house, I'm the one doing that task for her. Not that she would not want to do it, but she has no energy. Yeah. So she just sits and she's like, anything that comes in life. So life is not exciting anymore for them. So that is why we need to, as the people who are parenting them, bring forth the joy and the warmth and the love in their life. True. Yes, yes.
Jennifer, we'll take a break. Okay. And when we return, we'll look at, now that we are marking the World's Elder Awareness, Abuse Awareness, Elders, World's Elders Abuse Awareness Day on 15th of June. Yes. We are looking at what are some of the things that we can do to avoid the abuses that these people go through. We'll return, just a short break, and we are coming back. Okay. Stay tuned. Welcome back, my viewer. Before the break, we looked at the issues of the elderly with Madam Jeniffer Wangari, and we are still with her here. She's going to tell us now what are some of the things that we need to do so that we can take care of these elderly people and so that we can sensitize the community and reduce the abuses that they go through. Jennifer.
Oh, thank you very much, Jane. Yes. I'm glad to venture into this. Yes. It's something that I've not done again. Yes. But it's coming out so well because I'm looking at where we are. And again, I'm looking at, it's not only the middle-aged people who are parenting their parents. We have another group of people who are, I think they're in generation millennial. Yes, their parents are ailing. They got sick, maybe with terminal illnesses, earlier than before they got to old age. Yes. So they are also parenting their parents. So we parent these parents through finances, being there and even supporting them, that some of them cannot walk and you have to hold their hand. And as you hold their hand, you are like, is this what really I wanted to be doing in my middle age or in the millennial generation? So you find that it's not easy. But then again, as you're saying, we also need to know that these people need to be taken care of. And we need to first let the society know that for us, it is a responsibility that we have. It's a duty. We need to take care of them because they did everything that they could.
Yes.
And remember who our parents are.
Yeah.
The baby boomers. That generation where they had come from the pre-colonial,
yes.
and they were like they were an authority. They were like we want the best for you, and that is what they did.
Yes.
So even us, it's now a duty for us wanting the best for them.
Yes.
So it's not only about providing the money, it's not about providing the drugs or even that safe place. It is about, do you give them warmth? Do you give them the love? So one, we need to make sure that they are living a very comfortable life. You can even tailor-make a house for your parents, a room that is very comfortable, an ensuite where they don't even need to walk out of the room to go to the washroom. That will be very comfortable for them. You also need to make sure that maybe the floors, let's not have stairs. We can have maybe the elevated floor, at least for them to walk comfortably. If they're using walking sticks, buy the best for them, because it will be a part of their journey, and they'll be able to walk. You know, when someone holds their hand, it brings a lot of helplessness. But then they have the walking stick, they can be able to, they are like, I'm in control. So we need to do that. And again, when it's time to go to the hospital, I interacted with an oncologist one time, asked me, how do you, all of you, come to bring your parents to hospital? Me and my siblings. And I told her, yes, because my father was there for us all the times that we were when we were young. So it is our duty now. And she told me, she's a millennial. You people, can you take care of yourself? Because we are not ready as millennials to take care of you. So know how you're going to sort your old age out. And I told her, I need to teach you as my daughter that it is a duty for you to take care of your parents. So when they are going for the medical checkups, when they are going to see the doctor, you need to go with them, be there, be patient, listen, and let the doctor explain it so well, what is happening. Our parents are, okay, some of them are semi-literate, but others are. You know, those who had the white-collar jobs, and now they are retired. So anything that you say with the doctor, they know and say, nilisikia vile mulisema. And so they can be able explain out what the doctor is saying, and let them know that it is for their own good, for their own benefit. Now, when you go home with the drugs, it is not easy. I've seen someone have a small plate, and then they will always ask, where is that small plate that I put my pills? And it's almost full, because there are 8 different assorted pills. So it's not easy. You know, even as you take that plate to the person, you can tell that it is not easy for them, that they are going to, and then they ask, oh, this is zote ni mimi nakunywa. You know, am I the one taking all these drugs? And they are like, hey, hapana. Then they take a whole 30 minutes before they swallow the tablets. But so it is important to let them know that you are there for them. It is okay. You will be patient with them. You know, just being present with them, they will feel the warmth in it. Sometimes when you find that they are a bit agitated, listen to them. It's important, because they could be going through something internally, but they can be able to talk out. I have realized that they tag on one person they are very close to, and they can open up. It might not even be a neighbor, or even someone who is not even a relative to them. But if you find that there is such kind of a person, always make sure that you bring this person near them. Be this conscious and intentional parent to their parent. So that at least you want to bring up a platform where they are very comfortable. Again, as we said at the beginning, they need a very secure place. So you can make sure that at least they know that this home is secure. I cannot be attacked. They know that they are helpless in terms of the physical energy. So they need that assurance from you. So it's an investment that you make for your parents. Away from even providing their basics, you have to provide security. Yes, and you know, sometimes when they look at the shoes and the clothes that they wore, and they're talking about them and the memories, because they go to their wardrobe and they are like, so it's good to encourage them and tell them, yes, can we talk about your past? Can you talk about, let's talk about that. When was the last time you wore that suit? And you see, they bring out the beautiful memories. That's also another way of taking care of the elderly. Now they are able to, wow, I think I have people who I can share and talk about my achievements. Be an active, positive listener, because they need to be listened to. they need someone to be there with them. Sometimes we might not be able to be with them because remember, I'm working.
Yes.
I need to feed my family.
Yes.
I need to feed them.
Yeah.
So you can have a caregiver. You can have someone. And I mostly recommend someone they are comfortable with. Don't bring them a stranger who they are not comfortable with, because once you leave, they are left with a stranger, it will not be the same again. They might go down with depression because they are not comfortable with this person. So let them first know that you're bringing someone in.
Yes.
Then again, this person, are you okay with this person? Can we leave this person with you here? Do you trust them?
Yes.
Do you feel safe? Do you feel like they cannot harm you?
Yeah.
So that is what we want to bring forth. The person that we bring in is a person who will remember you are away.
Yes.
So it's a person that even you who has brought the person you should be trusting them.
Yes.
So just to be at peace with yourself.
Yeah.
We also need to anytime we get some symptoms, signs that they're doing things differently than the way they did them there before. They could be going through some mental illnesses,
yes,
or even physical illnesses.
Yes.
Medical, they need a medical checkup.
Yeah.
So we can go to the hospital with them, explain to the doctor, and then let the doctor know what is it that this parent is going through.
Yeah.
And even telling them, encouraging them to talk it out to the doctor. Please, this is how I'm feeling. Because they can talk about the intensity of the pain.
Yeah.
Maybe they just told you they are in pain. Other times you can find that they just want to be withdrawn somewhere. So you can see a psychiatrist who will be able to lead you, maybe to a psychologist, or we can go through even counseling, and they'll be helped when they go to a specialist.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Jennifer, we've heard many times that some of these elderly people, even in our homes, or even in the community, they are attacked, they are beaten. Some of them are killed. Some of them are sexually abused. And when we are talking about the elders, awareness against the abuses that they encounter, that is where you are coming in and saying the place where they are staying, it should be secure and safe for them. And the person you are bringing in, because some of those people that come to care give, they ought to offer the care. Some of them end up abusing our elderly people, and we are not there. We are, as you said, we are working elsewhere. I'm also very, I'm looking at what you've said, that some of these people, they would want somebody to listen to them, and somebody they are familiar with, somebody they are comfortable with, because they will say things that are in their chest, the way we put it. They're holding them there. And that is where we are saying we need to create an environment. Now, there is a group. For some of us, you may be able to create a home where there is all these amenities, all these facilities. But there are some of them that may not have a caregiver to be with them. They may not be in a home where they even have their own room or something like that. So how do we now help them and even prevent some of the abuses that may come because of the facilities that we have? Yeah.
When you have provoked a mind in me, I've remembered that, when we look at the technology and the development in the world, we are looking at, is there a safer place for our elderly? I might give them all that other, I think. But then again, one thing might not work out, maybe the security.
Yes.
So we have seen that people are building home for the aged. And out there, we find that they are professionals who are taking care of them.
Yes.
So you find that could be a warmer place. But remember, we need to let these people know what is going on. The baby boomers, the generation X, that we are in the middle age, we don't embrace that very well because of where we are coming from. We are coming from our parents taught us it is our responsibility to take care of them. So if we start moving and shifting them, taking them to the elders' home, it will not be easy for them. But we can be able to bring out maybe a statement to them, convince them, and let them see the reality. Another thing, remember, we can also move them and shift them to our home, where I think it would be easier when I'm living with my mother or my dad with me, because I'll have more closer. But then again, I also need to ask to let her know, look at the cultural us. I cannot go to an in-law and stay there. The only place I can go to is my son's place. That is what my mother and my dad will say. But then again, what about if they don't have a son? So we have quite many challenges. And you see, they are getting back to us who are parenting them. So we need to be very careful. We need to know that we can do it. We can involve the social workers. Yes, because they are there. You go to a hospital and you get, you know, anytime you get to a facility and you talk about what is going on and what help you need, by the way, they will direct you to the best department, so that at least you can be able to convince this person the best way forward. Because it is you'd rather do something than being sorry at one time. That I tried my best, but this didn't work out. They were abused. Sometimes we find that accidents do happen. We are all human. It can happen that we find that this person has been abused, maybe not even physically, but someone emotionally came and abused them. And when you get home, they are really annoyed. They are really angry. They are feeling like they are threatened, that someone came to them and said some very unkind words to them, and even telling them the reality that you're very old. The next thing you're going to do is die. Can you see? So we can take them even for counseling, some of them, and even us who are taking care of them. We also need to go for therapy, because remember, we are trying to balance. As we are balancing, sometimes we can get lost along the way and lose ourselves. So one of the things that you as a caregiver, as a person parenting your own parents, please take care of yourself. Have time away. From the normal, from the routine, and assign the duties to someone else. Take time off. You can, and when you feel like you have burnout, please go and see a psychologist. They'll be able to give you a platform where you can be able to venture and talk about what is it that is bothering you. Yes.
As we come to the close, there are those that our intention is to keep them as comfortable as we can. But there are those that will say, probably some of our parents that have come from the rural areas, and they've come to visit us, probably for a medical checkup. And then they have their cows at home, they have their goats at home, they have their chicken at home, and they keep on saying, I don't want to stay here, I want to go there. For you, your intention is to keep them as comfortable. But to them, and you said something very important, that you talk to them. So I'm looking at it and like, I want to go back to my village. I want to go and take care of my goats and my what I have there. So, and at the same time, you're telling yourself about their security and all that. So how can it now be done smoothly so that this person is taken care of, if it is medically, the person is taken care of, and at the same time, they are comfortable in their own places, where they can interact with the neighbors, that can speak the same language, that they can talk about their past together.
Wow, I'm looking at the middle-aged person now having a big task. Because this big task will be, me and Jane, we need first to see the environment that we are going to create. Even because sometimes our parents are coming to hospital in these big, large cities. So we need to know that the environment that I create when they come to my house is almost similar to what they do at home. So, and it is not easy, because I could be not even having the space and the resources. But then when they come, again, tagging someone they are comfortable with from the village. They come and they are here for some few days and then go back. But again, we need to know that when people get older, they want to be at their most familiar places, most familiar people around them, and most familiar activities. So the best place for them they can be is in the village. So we can make sure that in the village they have someone who is constantly with them, 24/7, someone that they are familiar with. You see, I'm repeating the word familiar because that is the space that they want to be. So that familiar person, and then again, we as the people, the caregivers, the parents who are parenting them, we need to keep on visiting them. We need to make sure that now we commit ourselves to, like if you are, this is your parent and your many siblings. You need to have duties. That this weekend, go and visit them. The next weekend, at least the other person can
change
go.
Of environment.
Yes, and change of environment. So that at least they can be able to even when you get hold of them and bring them to a certain place, they'll be like, you have introduced them to different environments, not just the one that they were used to, because we really need to take care of them.
Good.
Yes.
This one cannot end. This can't end. Yeah. There's a lot. But one thing that is coming out very, very clearly is that we have a responsibility to take care of our elderly people. And you have put it out very, very well. And when we are watching that, we are listening to this, as we are continuing with this month, we have a responsibility. And sometimes we are saying we are weak, but there's something that we can be able to do to prevent abuse and also to support them in areas that they require. We may not do everything, but we can do a part of it. Before we close, I would like you to share a parting shot. Just look into the camera and talk to our viewer and somebody who is struggling with an elderly person in their homes. Just talk to them. Yeah.
Well, thank you. You know, when you are home and you're struggling with an elderly person, one, you need to acknowledge that it is not easy being that parent to that old elderly person. And they could be your parent. Look at back where you are coming from and their thought processes. What they take you as a child, and today you are an adult and you're the one, you know, those roles that you have changed, now it is not even easy for them. So one, you need to make sure that you give the best to this person, and it's consult. We have experts. We have general practitioners who are doctors. We have psychologists. We have psychiatrists. Go to them and just consult and get the right information on how. When you find that there's something that is unusual in their life, please do it. When it comes to giving, please give your all. Let them know that you're loving them. Sometimes even if they are going through the mental illnesses, they might bring out the negative emotions. Don't give up on them. Make sure that you take care of them, but then again, on the side, also take care of yourself, because you also need, you know, if you're too empty, you don't love yourself, you have anger, you'll venture it and bring it back to them. So can you go and sort yourself out, and then maybe now you'll be able to take care of them.
Thank you so much. Jeniffer, where can we get you?
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm practicing privately. I have an office in Kiambu Town, Agis Plaza behind Kenya Commercial Bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Your contact?
Yes, my contact. I'm also in Instagram as Jeniffer the Psychologist. I'm also in Facebook, the same Jeniffer the Psychologist. And my number is 0725 339 056. You can contact me in any way, anytime. I'm all ears.
Thank you. Thank you. Invite you again.
Yeah.
You'll come back. Thank you, our viewer, for this session that we have really gone into the depth of it and how to support our elderly people. We are there. God has placed us on this earth to be supportive to one another. And our elderly people, even as they go on to their lives, you know, as they are getting older, we continue to support them the way we can and prevent any form of abuse that they may come on them. Bearing in mind that we are talking about this awareness against abuse of our elderly people for this month of June. Thank you so much for watching this program, Health Now Show, with me, Jane Kariuki. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, kindly do so. Text us on +254 114 404 200. And until next time, bye for now.